Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Amphibia Season 3 Episode 15, finally, called Newts and Types, and later today I'll be doing the second half. Hopefully the process won't take too long for this half, so we can get the second half of Episode 15 done, called, what's it called? Fight or Flight? Or Flight or Fight. No, Fight or Flight. That's the name of the title. So I'm definitely want to get episode 15 done. Hopefully the process can go, not drag on too long. Will I get episode 16 done? Just like yesterday, I'm also doing the bike, so I have to see. I mean, it just really all depends. But before I do that, I am so sorry I didn't mention this before, but I just wanted to get the Court and the King, and that took like 35 minutes of recording because that was such like a big episode in only 11 minutes. But what did I want to say? Right. I reached up to 48 subscribers. I was at 47 for a while. I think for like a week or something. I'm at 48. We're getting so close to 50. And also, at my main channel, it was 98, which, I already talked about before, and it went down. But now it's back to 99. So hopefully that 99 on my first channel can go up to back to 100. And this channel is up to 48. 2 more subscribers. Just 2 more. Just 2 more. And I'd like to reach 50 before we reach to June. Because we're getting close. I think it's like one more full week before we head into June. And I think we can make it. Just 2 more subscribers so I can get to 50. 50 subscriber celebration. And hopefully that celebration isn't, I don't want to say like downtrodden where it goes back to 49. Like, no. Let's keep moving up. Let's keep moving up. So, again, I'm sorry I didn't mention it before, but I just want to get the Court and the King just out of the way. I want to get it done. And when I'm back to my channel platform, I was like, oh right, I went up to the subscriber and I forgot to mention it. So again, I'm sorry, but I'm mentioning it now, and I'm really grateful. Thank you so much for my 48th subscriber. It really means a lot to me. And again, just like as like every other time, because I've been doing this more recently, what brought me to this channel? Was it my movie reviews? Was it my movie trailer reactions or reviews? Was it Amphibia? Was it The Owl House? Was it Big City Greens? Was it Secrets of Sulphur Springs? Was it The Ghost of Molly McGee? Any of those shows? Or did you just happen to like my voice? Or did you just happen to come onto the channel? And yeah, how long? Because there's like a lot of people, there's a lot of the fan base who are not subscribed, that do watch the channel. So like, were you here from like the beginning? That would be kind of interesting. But besides that, so thank you so much. But let's get on with Newts and Types. And this is actually kind of, I guess you could say like the climax of the episode. So you're not going to see Anne and Sprig in the bushes for like, until like, we're done with like major part of the episode is like finished. So you're going to see Anne and Sprig in the bushes for a while, like a long while. We first get to Anne Sprig, basically doing like a recon mission. Kind of, oh look, we see some like newts and toads, basically, like having supplies. We need to get them. But you see this orphan, like, oh my, we go orphan boy, like Sprig did back in combat camp. I'm like, Tritonio, he's coming back. Because why would you just do this, throw this in the episode, and Tritonio not show up or make him have a cameo? Like, that'd just be ridiculous. Oh, he just came up with it on his own. And basically, we have these newts, and they were in types, and basically, they're defeating them. Oh, cool, these newts. Maybe they can help us defeat King Andrus. And obviously, the archer, as part of the team, spots Anne Sprig. Hey, we're part of your team. And then we hear Tritonio's voice. I decide what team I am on. And it's like, wait a second. And basically, Tritonio, finds them. Oh, my greatest pupils, Anne Sprig. When I first watched this episode, I was, oh, perfect. Anne Sprig are reconnected with Tritonio. Polly was in that episode too. And I guess it's just a matter of Polly just happened to not show up for this mission, and just like Sasha, Hop Hop, and Grime, they're just not. I guess I would say that they're not valuable for the mission. Like Polly has her own skill sets. Is that really meant for like recon? So it kind of makes sense why Polly wouldn't be here. But Polly was in combat camp, so at second and third time watch, you're kind of thinking it kind of makes sense why Polly wouldn't be here, but it feels kind of weird. Not weird enough for me to take off a point, but I'm kind of thinking Polly was kind of in combat camp, and this is where we introduced into the boom shrooms, and that became Polly's like kind of thing, not full thing. Her thing is like the whale star thing, the morning star thing. That was her weapon, but she got used to the boom shrooms and stuff like that. So, but you know, it's not her skill set. She just didn't happen to show up. So if you guys were kind of in the same boat as I am, like it'll be kind of weird that Polly's not here. But I'm kind of trying to explain it why she's not here. So basically, Tritonio, oh, you're back, basically. Oh, yeah, Anasperga, I'm back, basically. And we're going to take all your stuff. No, we should work together to defeat King Andrews. And no, we're just scavenging by, basically. And it's like, oh, come on. Oh, you're just looking out for number one, like you always do. And it's like, oh, and then basically this little newt named Jojo Potato, which is funny. Voiced by Jojo Rabbit or something? Or is it like a Jojo Rabbit reference? I don't know. This has been all over the internet or something. But basically, he's like, very impressed. And then, basically, you know, basically before they ransack and Sprig of their stuff, their weapons and everything. Oh, even Tritonio says, "Oh, you still have my family sword, Anne?" And Anne's like, "You want to find out?" And she saw it's the blue one. The question: how come she hasn't used it before? Like fighting Sasha and stuff like that? She just used regular weapons. What's so special? She didn't know she was going to run into Tritonio. That's kind of a little complaint. Like, you had the sword. Because I'm thinking maybe Tritonio actually gives the sword back to Anne. Like, you officially earned this. I would actually prefer that because Anne, you had the sword. This cool looking sword. And you've just been using, not bad looking swords, but they're kind of just swords. You had this glowing blue one in the night sky. The moon and stuff. You've been using mediocre swords. You had to get the job done, but I don't want to say you should want to show off, but come on, you gifted you. I guess you could say, oh, because maybe she doesn't want to remember Tritonio. She's using it now. She didn't know she was going to run into him, so I call suspicions. I'm very suspicious. But anyway, Jojo is basically telling Tritonio, when we basically captured that little army and took their stuff, there's gonna be another swiping. Basically, we can swipe them, and they're coming around like 3 o'clock or something. Is it? Oh, that's wonderful, Jojo. Like you did a wonderful job of gaining information, basically, because he got it from like the guards, and. Oh, but they're gonna have those collared snakes and stuff like that. The collared animals, and this buff lady, I forgot her name, but she's like, those things are really hard to deal with, and Sprague is like, oh, we dealt with those, and like, oh really? And Tritonio's like, oh, you can help us then, because you dealt them before, and of course you did, because you're the most smartest and bravest pupils I ever trained with. And it ends like, you're just buttering yourself up to, like, so we can do you a favor. And Sprig's like, it's working. Yeah. And it ends like, fine, if you promise to join the resistance afterwards. And Tritonio's like, okay, deal. And no deceit, no distrust, no backstabbing. He's like, you wound me, Anne. I just love his accent. Very, Princess Bride. And basically, and also, I also getting like an Italian vibe with like that type of music. I don't know if anyone else got it, but also it's like Robin Hood and his merry men. So this is what I'm getting Jojo Rabbit, Princess Bride, Robin Hood, and Italian like music. That's what I'm getting. That's the 4 vibes of all combined into one, and it works. At least for me, it works. Basically, they go back to the camp basically, and It's basically Robin Hood. It's Merry Men. We even had like a what was it? Fat Friar, I think that was his name, which is pretty funny. And he's like, oh, well, what's your name? My name's like Lil Louise. Oh, you're Lil Louise? So you're so gigantic. And she's like, yeah, that was your name. I just remembered it. You're Lil Louise. Wait, yeah, that's the joke, kid. I don't get it. Sprig, what's there not to get? Whatever. Basically, we have Anne and Tritonio planning, and this is where we can catch the guards and stuff. And Anne's like, well, you're a strategic master, Tritonio. Too bad you're no good, scummy scalawag. And Tritonio has a backstory, which is sad. And, and, you know, I don't agree with the methods that he does, but you can understand why he does it. And I always liked that he's not really like a villain, but he was like an antagonist for that episode of season 1. And I always liked that with like an antagonist or a villain for an episode or a season, because I don't like even though it's kind of funny to watch old-timey films with the mustache twirlers and stuff like that, I kind of like villains for this case Tritonio, Magneto, what do I want to say? I guess Water News from Monsters Inc. Oops. Spoilers. I mean, that's an old movie. You've probably seen it anyway, but I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm so erase that from my brain. Erase it. Forget I said that. Why am I even talking about Monsters Inc? Let's just focus on Amphibia. But basically, we're back to his backstory, basically. And she's like, you be Skylab just like me if you've been what I've been through. If you grew up like how I did. We get to Utopia, basically. He's like a little tiny little nude thing, drooling. I was just raised on my own. Like, where does parents go? To abandon him? Oh, this like big newt person just kicked him. Jeez, and just slides him across the face. Like, shh. And this, like, Oliver is basically Oliver and Company. I'm not sure if you heard of that, Oliver and Company, but it's like famous. And this gang, this first gang I went to, took me in, and trying to follow us like the lead kid, and he's like, okay, you gotta see over this guy, and it's the what was it? Jerry from what was it, Lost in Utopia back in season 2. That I wish he got his justice along with the other Utopians, but Anne and Polly messed things up. But that's back in season 2. So, and Jerry, obviously, he's doing the fake orphan thing. Oh, my leg. And then, obviously, Jerry's like, oh, kid, are you okay? And obviously, the kids are making noise in the back. He saw the stuff. Tritonio's like, wait for me. And obviously, the Oliver guy's like, no, like, we're leaving behind. Like, he even blew a raspberry. And then Tritonio got locked in jail. Oh, I felt so bad for him. And basically, Tritonio's like saying, and every gang else I went into, I learned no trust, no loyalty, no regrets. Like you won't get hurt, basically. And it's like, oh man, I feel really bad for you, but I don't really agree with what you're doing, scamming people like this. And then Tritonio's like, it's the rule of the streets, and I don't know what else to tell you. I feel kind of bad for him. And what else? Alright, and then Tritonio's kind of saying, okay, enough with the top story. We gotta go. It's almost time. They all get in position. They basically beat up the guards up. And Anne and Sprig are dealing with these, the collared, snakes and stuff like that. And they, Little Louise, Tritonio shot the arrows to open the locks. Little Louise opened the wagon. There's a bunch of evil Frobos waiting for them in hoods. Haha, gotcha. And they'll beat up the merry men, put them into the wagon, and there's one evil Frobo that's that's controlling the excuse me. Instead of a newt, driving it, it's actually evil Frobo. And then Sprig like, Tritonio, you gotta help them. We're too busy fighting the snakes that are collared. And then Tritonio's kind of looking at Jojo Potato, and he's regretting this, but he's like, farewell, my friends. And he just leaves. And he's like, are you kidding me? And then, to find the snakes back, they defeat him, because, to get the collars off and stuff. Then, get back to the camp. Oh, even Anson and when they were talking about Tritonio's backstory, and it's like you would even leave these guys in the dust, and you see Jojo Potato doing like a portrait of Tritonio all buff and stuff, which is pretty funny. Well, not buff, like ripped. And obviously, Tritonio's like looking at the portrait, kind of like, did I do the right thing? And obviously, Anne's like, dude, you gotta go back for them. You clearly care about them. And if you grew up how I did, I can't just go back. No loyalties, no regrets. And Anne's like, I know, you do what you do to survive. And then Sprig's like, yeah, what about joining the resistance? And Tritonio's like, Sprig, you knew I wasn't gonna do that. And Sprig's like, oh jeez, man, like I'm sorry, I didn't mean to push your button. And grabs the sword, uses her calamity powers because anger, and she needs to learn control because she used anger. We see the sword turn blue. It has like a blue hue. Went through Tritonio's feather on his hat, pierced a tree. He's like, Dios mío. And he's like, and it's like, Tritonio, I think you're making a mistake. And Tritonio's like, if you grew up like I did, I get it. You do what you do to survive, but for a master criminal, I'm kind of disappointed. And Tritonio's like, oh, like how so? Like, you're insulting me. Like, what? It's like, you're leaving the best loot behind. He's obviously giving like Sprig like a little friendly noogie, like giving like a little rub. Like, you know, friends, family, a group, like your comrades, people that you look up to, people you count on. If you are willing to give up on that, you're just robbing yourself. And gets returning back the portrait thing, and he's looking at it. And it's like, well, come on, Sprig, we got some merry men to rescue, which is pretty funny. And Sprig comes back. Later, Tritonio, I don't think Sprig should have done that because Tritonio knew you were leaving. You didn't have to do that. So, kind of cut the emotional scene just a little bit. And we get to the scene, finally. Oh, see? I was talking about it for a while, so hold on. Okay. We got Anne Sprig in the bushes, like, looking around. And this is the evil Frobo that was... And hey, look. Darcy's, like, symbol, the core, basically, is, like, the evil eye with, like, the Newtopian crown, which is pretty funny. And the evil Frobo was, like, bowing. And look at this. I find you, of the order of the king, I find you guilty of disturbing the peace. And it's basically the judge for, like, Robin Hood, which is pretty funny. And your sentence is, and they're about to kill them. And this is what I was saying about, this is Jojo Potato, this is, what was it, Lil Luis, and this is Fat Friar. You could tell by like the bald head and the little hair. And I love this with Anne. Hey, Your Honor, permission to approach the bench. Oh, I love it. Obviously, evil Frobos with the axes, they're gonna fight Anne. Oh my goodness, they did that. That was just so cool. And this grabs scissors out of his pocket. Why isn't it showing the crease in the thing? Whatever. And he's cutting them all loose. Come on, let's fight together. That's not possible. That's not possible either. But whatever. Oh wait, was that fencing? Hold on. Yeah, that was fencing. Oh cool. I like that. He's like, order, order. I will have order in my court. I love this right here. Oh my goodness. You see Anne's face. Oh no. You see him have like these two judge hammers, gavels, and one giant gavel. He's ready to rumble. You see like one gigantic shadow over Anne. Yeah, this guy isn't just the fogey judge that just sits by and, oh no, Robin Hood. I'm not sure if the judge did anything back in Robin Hood. One, I don't want to do any spoilers, and two, I forgot, so I can't tell you if I could. So this judge is fighting. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit back. So that's pretty cool. He's like, The court of mission sent your sentence. I think that's what he said. Obviously, oh no. He's like, prepare for your defeat. And then, oh my goodness. Ah. He's about to be crushed. Pff, arrow. He's like, justice is half blind. Yeah. And a bunch of arrows are defeating the robots, and they're like, huh? I just want to place right here. I love that steed he has. Oh my goodness. Because the music, and there's Tritonio, and hey, dang, look at that post right there. And obviously Jojo Potato is like kind of want that to go away, but whatever. He's like, what happened to the rules of the streets? Oh, and if you wanted to know what he looks like, this is what he looks like right now with the hat and stuff. So pretty cool. What happened to the rules of the streets? Oh, you think Tritonio care a pig about rules, which is pretty funny. Obviously, the judge is mad. He's gonna kill all of them. He's like, Newts, follow me. Tally ho. No, I think it was like radio or something. They clench their tights. They all go in formation. I love it. Tritonio shoots Jojo Potato with the little knives, and does like a corkscrew dash, and poof, defeats the robot and catches Jojo, and they're all like, dang, look at that. They're all throwing Tritonio is the greatest new ever. Like, hip hip hooray, and he's like, what a hero. I kind of want to get the Ansprig winking, but the screen sort of fades a little bit. But basically, like, he's basically being praised like a hero, and it's like they're back in the night, and they got the extra supplies basically from this. Actually, no, there were no supplies. It was a trick to get them to come to steal more, but there was actually nothing there. So actually, there were no supplies. So they just had their original supplies from the original heist. And it's like, we could really use the help, Tritonio. Sasha needs someone that knows strategy. Who's a better strategist than you? And Tritonio's like, you're just buttering me up so I can help you. And it's like, I learned from the best. This one line. I wish I can play it. Oh. Tritonio's like, Anne, you're not the same girl I met all those months ago. And Anne just gives a smile to him. He gives a smile to her. Oh, I love it. Because Anne's not the same girl. She isn't. And, and basically Tritonio's like, okay, I'll help you. We're all gonna help. And he's like, my merry men, we're joining the resistance of Wartwood and against King Andres. Hooray! And we get back to Wartwood, and Anne and Sprig basically come back. Tritonio and the merry men stayed behind to get stuff ready. And then Anne's like, hey, Sasha, we got this recruitment for strategy, this great strategist. Sasha's like, oh great, Hop Pop found something. This is kind of cool. And then we have Hop going, And then I didn't really like this because, oh, what's up, HP? He's like, I got lost on my way to the bathroom. Seriously, you've been down here how long? Whatever. But he's like, I found this, and it looks like P for planter, but you see like a marking, like there's like kind of like a scruff that when you move something, from a long time ago, and if you turn it upside down, it looks like a cursive L for leaf. So leaf's room. What? There was no keys or locks or anything. Just this open socket slot. And Sprig has an idea. Hop Pop, did you try to put in the family tome in there? Hop Pop's like, it's worth a try. Hop Pop gets it, unlocks it. We see a bunch of stuff. We see these action figures, kind of like Sprig. We see this letter. We see this L for leaf, and you see like a cot there, like a small bed. Sprig finds this letter, opens it, kind of reads it, and he's like, well, it's nothing. Oh, great. all that work. And Hop-Pop's like, our family was mysterious. Sprig looks at the letter, glances, like his eyeballs move from left to right, kind of like he can look at something, like he's looking at something, and puts it back in his pocket and just leaves, and pff, the door closes. And you see like a family like shrub or tree, I guess you'd call it, on the back of the door. And that's the end of the episode. Okay, let's see. This first half of the episode, what will I give it? 95, 90, 85. I give this an 85. This was a great episode. Not as fantastic as like the Corn of the King, like back in the previous segment of the previous episode. But for this first half of episode 15, I thought this was pretty great. This is great. B plus. 8 out of 10. Well, 8.5 out of 10. But yeah, everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. Give me a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share the video. And once again, thank you so much for my 48th subscriber. And I'll see you guys hopefully later today for the second half of episode 15 called Fight or Flight. No clip for that. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I'll see you then. Okay? Bye.